Number 18. Why do you believe you are here as a human? I feel the reason why I'm here as a human is to help with the newly awakened. I also feel that it's necessary for me to be in this particular form for when things do start happening. That way it's easier for me to communicate what's going on, why things are happening the way they are, and I guess you could say it just makes it easier to communicate like different emotions and thoughts and opinions. And I know I would be able to as like a wolf or a dragon or a phoenix or whatever, but it makes it easier if you're on the same level, I guess you could say, if you're in the same form. Communication seems to be easier that way. 19. Are you active among the OtherKin community? That's kind of a yes and no question, because I can be active among the OtherKin community. Typically I stay in the shadows and I watch and I listen and learn about you. And then if you have questions or something and someone's not available to answer your question for you, then I'll jump in and I'll answer the question, or I'll direct you to someone who can. Most of the time I can answer the questions pretty well myself. It's just a matter of whether or not I choose to. So for the most part I do get pretty active. And then sometimes I'm just in the shadows. Number 20. Are you religious, and what faith do you follow? Like I said earlier, I'm pagan. I identify as pagan. I do gypsy, Native American work with energies. I've used a lot of my magic mainly to help others. Every now and then I'll exact my revenge or something like that because the person's done some form of harm to me or people I care about. It doesn't really go against my OtherKin identity or anything like that because my form of paganism is more natural anyways. It goes based off of my own abilities and all that fun stuff. So as far as you're contradicting my OtherKin, it doesn't. It actually helps everything flow a whole lot better. Number 21. Have you ever been emotionally, verbally, or physically harassed simply for being OtherKin? For being OtherKin, no. For being different, yes. Everyone kind of in high school kind of avoided me pretty my entire schooling year. Like my entire schooling, people avoided me because I was different and kind of intimidated them, I guess you could say. But for specifically being OtherKin, no, because I don't typically go up to someone's face and be like, "Oh, I'm OtherKin," and expect them to be all hunky-dory with it. I gauge people before I tell them exactly who I am. Like I said, only my closest friends know that I'm OtherKin, and they're the only ones that know exactly what I identify as. So 22. Do you feel you are oppressed because you are OtherKin? Not because I'm OtherKin, no. There are other factors that kind of play into oppression and discrimination and all that fun stuff. But typically I don't really care what people think or say about me. So I can't say that I feel oppressed in any way. 23. What is your take on fiction kin and media kin? What about machine kin and appliance kin? Now, I had to get clarification from Kenny about this. And fiction kin is typically like you think that you're Navi or something like that. And media kin, I guess, is pretty much the same thing. It's something that you see on TV or in a movie, and you try to identify as that. And then, of course, machine kin and appliance kin is pretty much you're either a plane or a toaster. I'm sorry, but if you identify as something like that, you kind of give actual otherkin a bad name. Yeah, everybody has their own opinions of what they are, but if you're a freaking toaster, then where's my toast? Seriously. How can you be a machine if machines don't even really reincarnate? Honestly, if you're going to be a kin and you're going to actually identify as kin, why don't you pick something that has a soul that can actually reincarnate? Fiction kin, media kin, you might as well just call yourself a fluffy. You're a furry. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with furries, but don't mix furries and otherkin together. If you're gonna be a fiction kin or a media kin, then admit the fact that it's not actual otherkin, that you're just a fan of a particular movie to the point where you feel like you might be kin. I'm happy for you, but no. Don't ruin everybody else's name because you feel that's exactly what you are. I don't... If you want to have fun with that, go. But don't sully everybody else's name for it. 24. Did the awakening process seem relatively easy or difficult to you? Why? Well, there wasn't really too much of an awakening process, considering the fact that I've kind of always been different. I've kind of always known. It's only recently that I had a name for it. So there were moments when it was extremely painful because something was going on, and either my head was hurting from all the flood of memories, or my body was hurting from just the sheer stress of everything that was going on. So there were some painful moments, but as far as actual awakening go, no, it wasn't. 25. What do you think about information provided online about otherkin? Is it relevant or not? Some of it has some good points and some of it doesn't. Honestly, there's a lot of online stuff that I would like to see taken down because I don't feel like it's been written by kin, so there's not enough actual information that would be useful. There's some websites that have otherkin tags, and they have like different ways for you to gather information about awakening and all of that stuff. And then you look at that stuff and end up having a shitload of people just sit there and say, oh, you're not this, you need to have your mentality checked out and all that bullshit. No. I'm sorry, but online is not exactly like, certain websites are not worth going to. Honestly, I would say your best bet is to either seek out Kanishtaa, me, or some of the other closer otherkin, ones that have been in it a little bit longer. It'd be a lot better for you because you'll get a bunch of different opinions about certain aspects, and you'll get honest answers instead of having to search it out on the internet and then being confused about who or what you are because the information is not accurate enough. 26. How has your otherkinity or therianthropy defined you as a person? Do you feel it has given you morals that you didn't before? Actually, it hasn't really changed me in any way. I've pretty much stayed the same. I have my own opinions and my own morals. And in certain aspects, there's certain things that you do that one person might think is wrong. But in reality, I don't think there is any right or wrong. What I think there is just what's necessary to grow. Everybody has to do something that is determined as right, or they have to do something that is determined that is wrong in order to learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn. If you do something that's always right, then how are you learning anything? So there is no right and wrong in my mind. It's only what's necessary to grow. 27. Have you learned any lifelong lessons due to your other Kennedy? There's not really too much. I mean, you're always learning. There's always something new that you learn about. Like, with each individual person, you're going to learn exactly what you can say, how you can say it, what their views on things are. You're going to learn how they clash with your views. But you're also going to have to learn how to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to learn exactly how to word certain things so it doesn't confuse people or it doesn't come across as the wrong way. So those are lifelong lessons that everybody has to learn, in my opinion. As for my personal lifelong lessons, the one that I have to learn is to be more compassionate. I have to be pretty much just be more compassionate with certain people and certain topics. 28. What do you want to do with your life? My ultimate goal is to get a PhD in genetic engineering and research. I'm a semester shy of my associate's right now. It'll be an associate's in applied sciences, then it'll be a bachelor's in biochemistry. Then from my bachelor's, I'll go into more specific classes until I get a PhD in genetic engineering and research. So that's what I want to do with my life. 29. Do you have any advice for young and newly awakened OtherKin? For any young OtherKin out there or any newly awakened, the only thing that I would have to suggest for you is don't be discouraged. It's going to take a lot for you to remember everything that you want to learn, or remember all of your past life memories. It's going to take you a while to find exactly who you are. It just takes time, so don't get discouraged. You're going to have to spend a lot of time meditating, a lot of soul searching in order to find who you are. And it's a process. Once you figure out that you might know every aspect of yourself, you're probably going to discover something new. The ones that you identify with the most, or the parts of you that are most prominent, are probably the ones that are most recent, or that you've repeated more than once. So just take your time. Don't rush into it, or you're going to have too many self-doubts. And if you need help, there's plenty of people out there to help you. 30. Anything else you'd like to share? Not really. I think I've pretty much explained anything and everything pretty well. If you have any questions, feel free to subscribe. Ask me questions. You can find me on Facebook. So pretty much if there's anything you want to know, just ask. But that's it.